All right, so I keep getting asked this question, Lucas, what are you doing for the bear market? Are we in a bear market? How do you play it when markets are going crazy? I'm going to give you kind of a behind the scenes look at the portfolio I've been building, some of the different allocations, and just how I think about it. So we're going to be looking at, some of my bull run, which is on Ledger. I also have a Tangent wallet that holds near six figures in there for long-term holding. I've got some liquidity pools and yield farming and lending that's being picked up over here on the bank. We've got some stuff going on Beefy. Don't look at this, nor should you copy this, but we've been playing with a new strategy of some auto rebalancing, really tight ranges, making some ridiculous returns on a very small deposit here. But here's just a glimpse, right? I always got something going on. These are little businesses working for me all over the place. And then I've got my bull run base. So let's just say that this is somewhat of my allocation. This is probably closer to 400K if I count the things I have over on Solana, and I still got things going over on Cosmos. But let's just say around $353,000 in the bull run bag. Maybe you've got $3,000, maybe you've got $2,000, maybe you've got $10,000, maybe you got $50,000, maybe you got $3 million. It doesn't matter. You can knock off a zero, add a zero, whatever you want to do. And let's just say I got about $113,000. It's probably a little bit more, probably closer to 140 because I do have some lending, even over on Sui, which the bank isn't going to pick any of that up, of course. But let's just say that this is my yield farming or my business. This is cash flow. This is bull run bag, aka price appreciation, aka laddering out, aka, exiting with over $1 million in profits type idea. I want to be really clear here. You can never escape, unless you're day trading, you can never really escape the volatility of your portfolio. I don't care if it's your yield farming portfolio, aka your business, or your bull run bag. At some point, it might be worth 300, like today it might be worth 353K. By the way, give me a little whoop whoop, little comment, little something below as these things land. I want to be really clear that this is never going away. Then next week, it might be worth 320. If you can't stomach this stuff, then crypto simply isn't for you. Now, some people say, well, there is a way around this, Lucas. We could try to time the markets and get out all the time and essentially trade. You can. That's not the game I play. I want to build passive income. I don't want to be on the computer all day long checking. Now, there's a few, and your yield farming portfolio will also fluctuate in value. It could be worth 113K one day, and next week it could be worth 100K. The week after it could be 130K. Now you got a few options to play here. By the way, just request a free course. We are building out some really, really juicy stuff, even 40-minute kind of tutorials. We're pulling some stuff out of our fast track coaching program, which is our one-on-one program. Very high level clients, they got 50K to a couple $1 million deployed, and we do these mastermind calls. So we're gonna be pulling some alpha from those calls, bringing them up on YouTube, and creating a little alpha channel, which is gonna be free to access as well, where we share some of the alpha. YouTube is usually a week or two behind, the real-time happenings of the UIG and what we do. YouTube is kind of it's not my full-time job. It's the thing I do to share my passion and to obviously present what it is we do. So just request below alpha, free course. We'll make sure we get you into that stuff so you can stay a little bit more up to date. That said, just know your portfolio is always going to fluctuate. Can I get a thumbs up to that? Give the video a thumbs up if you accept that. There's no going away. It's not going away. And no matter what ranges you set or how you set it, it's not going away. We are playing with some rebalancing strategies, auto rebalancing, and obviously there's more and more tools available to us. I think as DeFi keeps expanding, over the next few months, we'll have more and more tools available to us. And there's some brilliant people building awesome tools. And it's a fun game to stay on the forefront of. That's the part I'm really passionate about. But anywho, this fluctuation is never going to change. So in my mind, when I started putting the pieces together, I'm like, let me just build my bull run bag by the cash flow that my yield farms, my positions, my businesses print me. Whether that's lending, which I highly recommend you do to balance out your portfolio, whether that's the blue chip big cap stuff, which should be the majority of your portfolio. Over here, I'm mostly in Bitcoins and Matics and ETHs and all that. This is kind of auto compounding for me. So this deposit just keeps growing. Looks like over the last week, we've kind of made $1,500 of yield ish. And that just auto compounds into the blue chips. So I'm kind of getting the best of both worlds. And every month my plan is to take the profits off Beefy, which I can just do really simply manually, right? I can jump on here and I can take what's in my P&L and I can withdraw it as whatever I want to withdraw it as. And I can withdraw as much or as little as I want of it. And then if I want, I can do whatever I want with it. But if I want, I can stack it into my bull run, buy some Bitcoin or buy whatever I want to buy and hold it. Right, I'm on the quest for a $500,000 bull run bag. I kind of started that earlier this year, and it's just been consistently growing because my cash flow from my positions, even from my lending, I was sitting on a lot of stablecoin. I still haven't deployed it all. And the yields that was generating, I could take and put into my bull run bag. And then when the market's correct, I can deploy that. Just give me a thumb up in the comments. Let me know if you're like, yes, I'm not going to chase yields anymore. I'm not just chasing yields. And the game isn't just this. It's both. This game is about cash flow. Yes, you're going to have to set ranges. You're going to have to make decisions on how wide or narrow you want to set that. And yes, we cover that in our DeFi as a business free course. So check that out. Go back through the coursework. If you've been through it once, go through it again. Also in the Underdog community, I posted this wicked recording of a fast track mastermind call. David talks a lot about his VFAT positions. We also share a lot of different positions and pools that we highly recommend. And we visit some aerodrome strategies and we visit some stuff over on Uniswap. Basically, we visit a lot, but a lot of it around the VFAT. So do expect to hear from us a lot about the auto rebalancing and strategies around that because some really, really cool technology that's being built out here. That said, so if you're in the UIG, check out this article. I just posted it, and it looks like a lot of y'all are already going crazy for it. By the way, we have someone who's doing estimated $1 million return. They actually posted their portfolio in the portfolio review. They admit that it's exaggerated returns and they're very tight ranges and they're in mid-cap stuff, but they've got experience with this and they're very active. It's pretty cool to see, hey, we're predicting $1 million income. I think it was somewhere here. Anyways, you can go through it, kind of find it. Here it was. Was it this one? No. Yeah, here it was. They were at $2 million at one point, obviously extremely high yields and mid-cap, low-cap stuff. But the way that they were doing it and the way they were rebalancing it and the way they were staying active with it was really cool and impressive to see. So make sure you go into the portfolio review section, check all this stuff out. That said, the yields we're getting on our Lent stablecoin, which I'm almost out because I've been redeploying it back in the markets aggressively, is not impressive, and that's not the point. But we want to build a balanced portfolio. So your bull run bag, again, you want it balanced. You don't want to be in all low cap, mid cap. You don't want to all be in alts. You'll probably want a nice position of Bitcoin. But what I'm saying is it's stable and it keeps growing. And at your ladder out points over the 8, 10, 12 assets you hold, you sell, you lock in the profit, and you walk away from it. Now, if the market corrects, you can get back in, but you're going to set predetermined. Let me know in the comments if you want another ladder out strategy. I'm always happy to cover it. You can use the Fibonacci. Some people choose to do that, or you can literally just set 10, 15, 20% set points on your ladder out points. So let me know if you want a video on that. And now your yield farming, yes, that's a little more active. You are managing your positions. You are managing a portfolio. Some are going to be wide range. Some are going to be narrower. Some are going to be full range. I mean, there's more teams and projects building out some really, really awesome automated features to make life a little bit easier. Now, again, as first movers, because we're so on this stuff, you can enjoy awesome yields. And then as everyone else learns about it, of course, the opportunity dilutes itself, which is why we're so active in this and which is why we love what we do, because you can always find the new kind of technology that's rolling out and enjoy it for a few months and make outsized returns. But all I'm saying, and what I really want to drive home on this video here, is these are two separate ways of thinking, yet they work together. And you may take profit on the way up. You're sitting on a bunch of stable. The market corrects, and you may choose to put some of that profit back into your yield farm to just generate more cash flow and keep pumping your bull run bag, laddering out, exiting, adding a zero to your net worth. That's the name of the game in my mind. If you're approaching this DeFi crypto game to not at least add a zero, it's like, why take the added risk? Just go old school boring and get 8% a year. But if you want 8% a month, this is the way to do it. So again, we cannot get around the fluctuations in our portfolio. There's no way around it. So let's just let that go. Let's stop freaking out about it. And if you're in wide positions or if you're holding assets you want to hold long-term, impermanent loss, like who really cares? And you can combat impermanent loss by having your bull run bag, which there is no impermanent loss there. It'll still fluctuate. And you're seeing this is cash flow. You don't care about the rest. And you're cash flowing your bull run portfolio where you're seeing the appreciation without needing to think about impermanent loss. Does that make sense? 2 thumbs up if it does. Subscribe to this channel. We are doing a very wide range of different topics coming up here on this YouTube channel, and I really want you being a part of it. Of course, we'd love you to join the UIG. If you want community, if you want consistent research, we're adding some more people to the team to double down on the research and the articles that are presented to you. We're pulling stuff from our high-level fast-track mastermind and grabbing snippets and pieces of information that we know we can serve you with in our community. We're doing live calls and we're introducing hot seat sessions where you and I and the team actually get to chat with you on really quick hot seat sessions. So love for you to join the UIG. Ultimately, that's up to you. You got free stuff over here that you got to search through, or you got a community that actually cares for you and is thinking high level and will literally level you up just by being in community. So that's ultimately up to you. Whatever you choose, I'm here to serve. And with that said, again, like the video, subscribe to this channel, and I will leave 4 videos on the 4 corners of this screen for your viewing and educational pleasures. Do check them out, dive in, study this stuff. And with that said, we'll see you in the next video. Peace.